And there we go. Okay. It looks like we're live, and welcome to the Guild of Gigli's fourth episode. We're actually continuing our original campaign right now, and where we left off are, I guess you could call them heroes. We're at a tavern in the county seat of this strange county that had blue mages that were seducing people, and now holds a strange wizard, a rogue, and a bard that like to just mess things up. So where we were at, we're in the tavern, and I believe uh, Ton, our bard, was setting up a trick to kind of entertain everyone in the bar, and the other two are also sitting down. I'm not sure if they're drinking, but in this bar, there's actually a good amount of people. It's a little bit more busy here because it is the county seat. It's a lot more things going on at once, but uh, there at least are enough seats for our heroes to sit down. So, yeah, whoever would like to kind of make an action, take off, whatever you'd like to do.
So, Rissian had last episode, Thasgar had stolen the wallet off of, or the not the wallet, the money pouch off of some unsuspecting guy, and he suspects something going on with Thasgar now that he didn't realize before.
To be fair, I didn't steal it from him. I extorted it from him.
Yeah, it was kind of a it was kind of just trickery. Like he kind of Ponzi schemed him away from it. So it is evil, and I guess it is crooked, but I wouldn't say unlawful technically because you still agreed to the deal. But
No, but
it
nonetheless,
was underhanded. It was totally underhanded.
nonetheless, Rissian notices this trickery and decides to just sort of walk over to Thasgar just very calmly from where he was sitting.
Okay, and I guess for anyone that's listening that doesn't know, I didn't actually write this in the documents, but basically there was some cloth that they stole from a tent, and Thasgar got it appraised and then lied to Rissian about how much it was. So he got all of Rissian's cloth for a lower price and then sold it for the higher price. So basically just kind of screwed Rissian out of some money that he could have gotten.
No, profiteered. I profiteered money off of Rissian.
Okay, you profiteered. That is a perfect way to put it.
That's just how capitalism works, okay? Like, don't blame me, blame the system.
I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying, I'm just giving the connotation of the action. It's just how anyone else would feel. I feel in that situation. But in any sense, so go ahead if you guys were gonna have a conversation about this.
I turn to Rissian and I say, what's up?
Friend, I noticed your little act back there, and I must ask, how truthful have you been this entire time? If it surprises me, a mage such as yourself would do such a thing. After
Do
all.
what? Do what?
You have more money now than you did a few minutes ago, yes?
Yeah, he gave it to me.
Very right.
Like that was my wallet. I mean, you saw it was my wallet, and he had it. So it's mine again.
I saw you come in with no money pouch, and now I see you have an extra one.
Well, why would you care what money I was carrying? Have you been like staring at where my pouch should have been this whole time? I mean, like, why are you staring at me? That makes me uncomfortable. And you know what, Rissian? Like, we're friends, so like, back off of it, you know?
We are, but as a rogue, I know signs of thievery. I'd watch your back if I were you.
Well, maybe as a rogue, you're a little bit more, you know, you see more thievery than actually happens, because I mean that's your mindset, you know. Like it's easy for like a fighter to see everything in terms of like combat and violence, whereas you as a rogue, you see everything in the concept of thievery. Now this is my wallet. It was always my wallet, and it will continue to be my wallet. Now, um, you're a good friend of mine. How about I buy you a drink?
I can very well buy my own drink, thank you. Silver words do not trick me anymore. I just watch yourself, and then Rissian sort of walks away back to where he was sitting, where he continues to observe.
I like to know. I'd really like finding out that Asgard just does not tolerate stare rape. But
Don't objectify me, shitlord.
but okay. So that was kind of interesting. You were going to do a trick, were you not, Richard?
Going to do a trick.
You're a little bit muffled, or at least kind of fading out a little bit.
All right. Is there a difference between this?
Yes, we can't hear you the second time.
Oh. I'm using a pair of headphones with a microphone on it.
Okay, I guess if it's not too bad. I'll turn you up just a little bit to kind of help.
Aye, sir. All right. Ton begins her trick. She announces.
So what is?
What's that?
Go ahead.
Todd announces to the bar, "Greetings, one and all. I have here a new type of jam, and I wish to test its effectiveness. I call it the truth serum."
The truth serum. Okay.
The truth. It's very strong. No, I mean sorry. The truth jelly.
Well, at this point, everyone is kind of looking at you. There's still some small conversation going on, but you haven't necessarily gotten everyone's attention yet.
I think I have enough attention.
Okay.
As with all alcohol, the more you take in, the more honest you become. So I want to test out how honest you can become. So how about a king of hearts? Do I have any volunteers?
Okay, so Richard, we caught a good amount of that, but I think we got the gist of it. But go ahead and just 1 second. When you speak, just try to hold the microphone in a place that it will be kind of consistent. But cool. Okay. So go ahead. Oh, I know. I was more because I can hear you coming in and out basically when you speak. That's all. But okay. So at this point, there are a couple of people that do kind of like turn and kind of face you. No one's really volunteering yet because they don't really. There's not really magicians running through here very often, so they don't really know what you're trying to get at. No one really wants to reveal any home truths right at the minute. So are you going to try to choose someone and charisma them over, or?
I look around. Do I see anybody looking particularly grumpy or secretive? Hint, hint.
Not necessarily. They all seem like travelers, so they all just kind of seem kind of brain dead from having to, be doing the same thing for so long. But there are a couple of people that you could probably assume aren't doing as well as anyone else.
All right. I point to any gentleman nearby. I'm not going to discuss earlier.
Okay.
You two, aren't you something free and strong?
Richard, you're a little muffled. I can't hear you.
Well, I'm in public. I'm trying not to yell at it. I yell. No. I call out to the gentleman, and I say, would you like to come over and play a free game and get something free and strong to drink? Jelly.
He says, you know what? Sure, I have been paying for my drinks all night. What do I gotta do?
Well, it's a kind of like a game of kings. Each person draws cards from this deck. I put out a deck. There are only 3 types of cards. There's only 2 types of cards. They're male and female. That's all it is.
Okay.
First and second cards, male win. Third card, female win. So when you put out 3 cards, whoever wins 2 of those cards wins. And like I said, the first card you roll out is a king, and the other is a queen. You win that round. If the second card you pull out is a king, and theirs is a queen, you also win that round. But the third round, the queen wins, because after all, at the end of life.
Okay, so Robert, I caught some of that. I don't think it's the surrounding noise. I think it's I think it's just the position of the microphone itself.
How about now?
That's a lot better. That's
Okay.
that's
Pretty much in my mouth now.
I think it may also be. Go ahead.
It's essentially a game of rock, paper, scissors where there's only two variables,
Right.
and it changes depending on which position it is. You put out 3 cards from the deck. There are only 2 types of cards, male, female.
Right.
You put out 3. If the first one is king, it wins, or male, it wins. If the second one is male, it wins, except against another male, in which it's a draw. If the third one is
Right.
female, it wins.
Okay. So what do I have to do to start, or what does he have?
I need 2 players. Do I have 2 players? Or just one?
You have 1 so far. You might need to try to grab someone else.
And I say, but we need 1 more player, and I look around the room for any females. If it's a gentleman, I'm looking for a young lady.
There is 1 young lady. It's just the waitress, so you're gonna have to try to get her away from her stand.
I call out to the waitress and says, "Hey, don't you want to entertain your guests? Come on over here."
She says, all right. She puts down her tray, and she walks over. But most of the guys, this is one of the waitresses, most of the guys have been staring at all night, and she's just kind of wanting not to pass guys.
Her chair?
Sorry, what was that?
Does she sit down on the chair covered in the blue cloth?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. And so the rules of the game is the winner actually has to take a spoon of the jelly, and that's the victory.
So each hand that's won, the jelly gets moved around?
Whoever wins the majority out of the hand wins. We can pretty much do a dice roll for this, for both.
Okay.
But the loser gets to ask the winner a question.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I get to ask the winner a question.
Okay. That's all right. So how do you intend on us starting?
Just flip a coin for them.
Okay. So they're going. Sorry. Go ahead.
You just flip a coin for them to see who wins.
Okay. All right. So if it's high, it'll be him. If it's low, it'll be her.
Yes.
All right. So that's low. So it's her.
She wins and she takes a shot of the spoon of the jelly.
Yeah.
Oh. And I say, I'm sorry. He gets to. Never mind. It's like Truth and Dare. I'm sorry. I messed up. It's supposed to be like a game of Truth and Dare, and the more they eat, the more I dare them.
I gotcha. So whoever wins gets to bet, gets to Truth or Dare the next person, or the other.
Yes.
Okay. So she won. So she gets to ask him something. Yeah, now I gotta act both of these guys out. So she asks him what,
or something, or to do something.
right. So Truth or Dare, and I guess he says truth, and so she says, "So what are you even doing in this town?" And he says,
Other way around.
Okay. So she has to take something, and he gets to Truth or Dare her. This is really complicated, but okay, so let's just say he reveals some interest. He reveals something very innocuous, and she's a little bit drunker.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna play the next hand.
Go for it.
So he wins this time.
And he has to take a shot.
All right, and so she says dare to him. Well, that would be the other way around, wouldn't it? Oh no, you're right.
I'm sorry. They can also draw.
No, let's leave.
There's a reason I need to do this.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to put that in with this. So they can either. I have it set up for just a win or lose. I'm not sure how to flip a coin and not have that. So yeah, this is something. If you want to do that, that's a good DM thing. But so basically, so she dares him to do something after he takes his shot.
Cool.
So what? So what do you want to dare him to do?
Actually, I don't I get to dare them if they draw.
Okay, so well, let's make it so that you're moving this forward, because otherwise I have to act out like 3 people.
She to do jumping jacks. How about that? Just keep it simple.
So now the guy's getting up and doing jumping jacks. He's obviously a little bit drunk, so he's not doing them well. He's just kind of flumping around. And
And I like
and okay, so he's done that, and he's gonna sit back down. She wins again, and so she takes a shot, and he's also gonna dare her. So what are you gonna dare her to do?
10 push-ups just to make fun of her lack of body strength.
Okay. All right. So she actually does the push-ups pretty well.
Just for the sake of moving this along, can you make the next one a draw?
And sure, next one as well. And she basically pushes because she actually lifts drinks and holds huge trays of drinks most of her days. So her shoulders are actually pretty svelte. So she pumps up the push-ups pretty well and kind of looks at you like, you're a girl, you're doing this stuff too. Come on, what do you? Come on, sisters, right?
Oh, no.
But okay. So then the next one they draw, and they kind of look to you for what to do.
They both take shots, right?
Yeah.
I tell them to kiss.
Okay. So they're both kind of just like, okay, we've had a few, it might as well. So they both kiss.
Oh.
Thasgar holders. Thasgar holders.
What was
appropriately.
Thasgard like? What are you doing? Like a wolf whistle?
Yeah, like a wolf call, yeah.
Okay. And all right. So actually, everyone's kind of in a little bit of they're a little livelier now. They're not expecting people to start making out in the middle of the bar, especially with the hot waitress. And so now everyone's just having a pretty good time. So they're at least happy with your performance at the very least.
All right.
And so are you going to continue this, or were you going to try to get more volunteers?
I'll try to check out the cloth to see if I could actually get 2 strangers to kiss after a few pretty much strawberry grape schnapps.
I mean, you're in a bar. It's pretty easy to do that. I mean, you could basically have just been like, I'm going to buy you drinks until you kiss each other.
All right. It was fun enough. I say, well, that's all there is, folks. And then I start just playing some light music.
Okay. Well, that's actually while that's going on, and everyone's kind of. I mean, it's not lulled, but it's still at that kind of lower, intense party volume. There is someone who does walk in. He's still alone, and Thasgar recognizes him as the guy from the appraiser's office that
and I do too.
Be so stern.
And I do too, right? As I saw him walk out.
Yes.
I keep playing. Or actually, I try to put on a good performance. Because does he come in looking pretty scowling?
As usual.
Okay, I try to put on a happy tune and try to cheer everybody up. Because there's still a little bit of I can see some depressing characters in the background who just got robbed.
Well, so
Extorted.
Yeah,
profiteered. That's all.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn to the guy after recognizing him and say, "Hey, my man, how goes the hunt for the necklace?"
And he kind of looks at you and just realizing that you're probably one of the few people that actually stopped to give him any, I want to say, sanction for his little quest. He just says, "Not well. That's why I'm here drinking instead. I don't feel up to staying out there and doing this shit anymore."
Well, I guess you should have accepted my offer to help you find it, eh?
Well, I might. I just need a moment. He's
Here, let me buy you.
He's kind of looks. He says that works. He says, "I don't mind that."
All right. I go up to the bar, pat the guy on the shoulder, and I say, 2 drinks, one for me and my friend here.
Okay. There you have. This is being a very popular bar. Oh, hold on one second, Richard. This being a popular bar, they actually have a few different drinks. They have kind of your regular beer. They have kind of a wine, kind of a berry wine, and they also have like super strong dwarven shit that seems to be running
Okay.
around these places.
What's the girliest drink they have there?
The wine.
The wine? Alright, I want 2 for me and 1 for my friend.
Okay. All right. So that'll be 15 copper pieces. It's a little bit more expensive here since you're in the
Well, I give
you're
him
in the hill.
I give him 2 full silver.
Okay.
At this
Uh,
point, Rissian sort of notices this and sort of slinks up to the bar just in audible range, and orders a beer as well.
Okay. As before he walks over to you, he takes the Asgar's money, thanks him very much, but then bites his silver pieces just to make sure they're real, and because he doesn't trust you. But
Alright, well, I see Rusian ordering a beer and I pay for it for him, even if he protests.
okay. Guy says that's just fine too. He doesn't bite this money. I don't think he cares as much now. But okay. So Rusian now has a beer, and Thasgar has 2 glasses of wine, and our mysterious stranger also has a glass of wine. Or I guess a glass mug, whatever they would have. I guess
Well,
no one has.
I demand mine in shot glasses.
Okay, so you just want a little bit of wine in 2 tiny glasses.
No, I want the same amount of wine, but I want it distributed in the form of shot glasses.
Okay, so 13 shot glasses, give or take, are laid out now on the table, and he's just got a mug. He really doesn't like you gave him the shot glasses, and he looked at you like you were fucking insane. So he just walked up to the bar, grabbed a mug, and you just watched him pour them all into his mug.
Alright, I raise one of the shot glasses. Sorry. I raise one of the shot glasses of wine and I say, to honor and to family, and I take a shot of wine.
He says, okay, fine, and just downs all of his wine. Just like, it drips down the side of his face. He just kind of pushes it back in. He's just like, cool, thanks, man. And it just sits there, just kind of like playing with his mug.
My performance check.
What was that? What was that, Richard? Can't hear you, man.
I asked, what did I perform on my what did I roll on my performance check?
Oh, you met the check. It was just everyone was kind of in a good mood. This guy's not going to really be taken by anything right now.
I'm a musician. That's how I make money.
Right. Well, I guess a couple. You gotta let me know. I mean, some people are gonna come up and give you money. We'll just say at the end of the time that you're in the bar, we'll just calculate what you are making, if that works. So I just so we don't have to kind of go back to someone throws a gold into your hat.
I noticed my 2 pals with a vaguely familiar guy drinking out of shot glasses, and I put what's left of my jam, my alcoholic jam, and come over.
Okay, and so what you notice is there's this giant row of shot glasses with one empty in front of Asgar and an empty mug with some spilled wine on the table in front of this mysterious dude you guys met before.
I offer him the jam, explaining to him that it is alcoholic jelly and very strong.
He kind of doesn't. He doesn't necessarily trust that, but then he says, he says, eat some now before I'm not gonna.
Cool. I'll have some more, and I take like 3 bites.
Okay, he says sure, and he just kind of holds out his mug at you.
Also, you can mix wine with it. Take some of the shot glasses, and I pour in a little bit in there.
So you're taking Thasgar's wine right now. Just so you know.
Wait. So I turn to Thon.
Just stay in front of him.
I turn to Thon and I say, what are you doing?
I'm like, well, I'm tapping out. Would you like to go buy some more wine myself?
No. I don't care about that. The fact is you're mixing perfectly good shooting wine. We just do straight shots of wine.
Well, it's kind of hard to bring down.
Take a shot glass of wine, okay, Thon? And we'll shoot a wine together. Okay?
We'll shoot a wine together.
We'll shoot a line together.
Why not?
Okay.
Weak sauce over here, but okay.
All right, so you guys are gonna take a shot of wine together.
Yes, we are.
Okay, sounds good. Uh, I feel like the drunker you guys get, you should start making dex checks to see if you actually get the shot down your gullet. But and like tumble checks. But okay. So
Hello.
Yes.
Are you going to say to honor and family again, or something along those lines?
No, we already shot the wine. We
Oh, got it.
So Russian sort of notices this and takes interest that somehow both of his comrades have taken interest in this man. So he sort of goes to the table with without touching the beer that he had gotten, and sort of asks, "I see you know my two compatriots. What's the nature of your relationships?"
I'm like, Dave? I just met him.
And then I turn to the turn to the guy. Well, if you if you just met him, then obviously there's something deeper going on. Oh, what do you have problems or anything like that? I am a rogue for hire.
Hmm. The DM just abandoned us.
Well,
Alright, who's going to be taking over Mystery Man here?
well, I guess we can wait. And
Yeah.
then, well, I guess, in the meantime,
I know a song that gets on everybody.
hold on.
Oh, he says his connection has dropped.
I noticed.
Um,
Does he mean he's just out for the count now?
I don't think so. Let me check though.
Or oh,
Just a sec, folks. Sorry about this. Technical difficulties.
oh, we're only 1/2 hour into it.
Um, okay, well, for now, I guess I'll start making some macros for the roll 20 for the roll 20. Um, do we even have anyone watching currently, or?
I'm watching.
Well, besides the participants. Anyways, yeah. Let's see.
We totally have a following. But dead air is no good. So, what you guys been reading? Any new comics on the block?
No, not much into comics since all the shit has gone down.
All which shit?
Either just the new Power Girl being changed to Minnie Mouse in the jumpsuit and like Femme Thor and new Batman and all of that.
Arena?
Is that her name? Not sure.
No, she just goes by.
Oh yeah. Well,